Salutations, friends. My name is Brianna Bond, otherwise known as the Warning Scholar. Today, we're going to do just a very chill thing. We're just going to work on putting together my TBR for the next quarter. I actually really liked for the book out cookout, I made a TBR. I had some random prompts, made a TBR, and I thought that was really fun. But the problem is that I am a slow reader, and so my stream is freaking out. My stream was freaking out earlier, and I did not know why. That's fine. But yeah, we're gonna go to one of these here. I have a bunch. I think I only have two. I have two prompt generators, and we're just gonna open one of those. Maybe we'll switch back and forth between them, but if I can find the other one. Where did I put the other one? Hold on. Yeah, it's just gonna be a chill stream. It's just gonna be chill. We're just hanging out. Okay, but before we even get into those, we're gonna start out. My first one is gonna be continuing. So these are gonna be books that I will continue reading. Let me grab a frame. Oh, I have Tyla's album stuck in my head. I'm not gonna be super persnickety about it lining up right now. I just want, because I need to know how much stuff is even on here, and then I'll adjust it. I think I have 3 things that I'm currently in the middle of that I need to finish. Maybe not 3 things. Babel. Babel's one of the 2. I'm in the middle of Babel. Decolonizing Therapy. I'm technically in the middle of African American poetry. I probably should try and finish it soon. I just haven't been picking it up as often. That was something that was on my book at Cookout TBR. Did I just move that? I did. Okay. Now the next actual prompt. We're gonna get it from the TBR machine. Ugly cover. I did have this on my last one, so I'm gonna skip that next. Pick a book off my TBR with my eyes closed. I am going to do this. What list am I gonna? Because I have lists of books that I want to check out. I don't know if I want to do something for my 5-star book draft. Try. Okay. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this. Okay, that didn't work. We're gonna try it again. Now to make sure it's not by one of those terrible publishers. is your publisher? Who is your publisher? My lighting is just gonna be all over the place. Not this one. It's by one of the bad ones. Just try it again. Try it again. This one, I actually don't remember its existence at all. So I'm going to hope that if I look it up, I'll find something. Oh, is this? I don't know how to feel about this one. Like, it's one that I don't think I'm going to get to. I don't think I'm going to end up actually picking this one up. But, you know, we're trying. Let me go to their downloads page. But I drew Everfair by Nisi Shawl. I thought this would be very interesting to check out based on some reviews. I've like seen people like talking about it, saying it's like extremely condensed. It's like it's not a book for someone that's not super invested in history, and I'm somewhat invested in history. This is with your eyes closed. So I'll get a second pick just in case. I'll grab a second one just in case. Second book just in case. This one I'm actually just going to go to my Libby app, my library app, and see if we can find something there. We'll just go to my like tags. Who wrote it? This one's a horror. Oh, this is a horror. Who published this book? Okay. The next book we got is Nosferatu. At random. You know, the at randoms might not get to those. I'm just not a horror person. So I've been wanting to like, and I am like, do I want my like introduction to horror to be books that I'm like not super like in like I just because like She Is a Haunting is a book I actually genuinely do want to read. It is a horror, is but I've read the author's writing in Night of the Living Queers, and I thought it was amazing, and I really want to read this book. Do I feel the same? Do I want to do this, go through all of this, and like dip into horror with book I am not as like emotionally invested in? We'll see how this goes. Next next prompt. We're gonna do a new prompt. I want this one. Stop giving me ugly cover. 5-word title. That's aggressive. What happened? What do we get? Okay, I need a 5-word title. I might have found it. I might have already found it. I hate. Okay, Godzilla and Godzilla Raids Again. That is my 5-word title. Do I want a second one? Do you want a second book there? Wouldn't mind dropping something indie. Tell me how it ends. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been looking at that book for a hot minute as I've like thinking about what books I want to read soon. So I might end up picking up Tell Me How It Ends. Godzilla and Godzilla Raids Again is a book I've wanted to read for a hot minute. I ended up pre-ordering it because of, I'm so close to the camera, sorry. Because of Godzilla -1. And so I really want to read Godzilla and Godzilla Raids Again, and then Tell Me How It Ends. This is going well. That one was good. That one was good. I don't know if we're gonna end up finishing the full like TBR, but I also want to set aside, because for June I want to read Black queer books without like a specific prompt, because I have Black queer books and I have Black queer books in my like library tags that I want to read, but the like prompts that was being given in like a lot of these apps were difficult for me to find in Black books, and especially and particularly ones that I owned, because I was also trying to prioritize things that I already own. So that ended up being, so I want to try and dedicate June to Black queer books, and we're just not going to be doing much prompts for those, so I can like focus on Black queer books, especially Black queer books I already own. But that's also going, but I appreciate that these are going to be books that I own. These I also own. I don't own any of these Eyes Closed books, which is goofy. Why shouldn't I just look in like my ebook library? But here we are. Next prompt. Audiobook. We're not gonna do what we're probably gonna blended read. Honestly, might end up, if I can get an audiobook that's not on, because I'm doing the audiobook for Babel is like got holds and stuff, and it's the most annoying fucking thing ever. Like, don't ever tell me that getting an audiobook from the library is the same thing as like owning it from Libro FM or something like that. It's not. It's so fucking annoying. So if I can get an audiobook that's not with holds and shit like that, then I'll do a proper audiobook. But for the most part, I'm gonna need a text to speech or like accommodation services on my phone anyway, so that it's because I need to blended read a book featuring something I would like to do. Also, I don't judge me for my spelling. Yeah, because again, I already know I'm not gonna read all these books. I like having 2 options. Gets me thinking. I'm going to look outside of things I've already like got in here so I can again explore other books I own. But I will say a magic ooh. Oh, this is cool. The tinted. I'm not even gonna lie. I just thought of something that I think would be funny, and I'm probably gonna go with it. Let me hunt one down. Let me hunt one down. There's nothing in here. I don't know if they're gonna be together at all. Never mind. I don't think that works. I don't think that works. Sure. Sure. Let me look up one thing about this. You know what? Let's do this one. I actually do already have it on there, which we're gonna do House of Badwi. I might end up picking this up actually. That is things we'd like to do Buy, why choose is why we choose this one. So that's that. What's another book I'd like featuring something I'd like to do? I'm gonna be honest, every single book that I'm like, oh my god, I want to pick this one has absolutely just been about sapphics. And that's the reason why. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't I feel like that's better. I feel like that's better than what the prompt wants from me. Let's see. What else do we have? Sure. This is different. This is a different idea. So the other one we're gonna choose is Eva y Carlo Agencia de Detectivas. Is it not detectivas or is it detectives? Who knows? We'll look into that, but because I want to keep working on my Spanish, and you know, I should pick something that's actually at my reading level, which is not strong. So I already have these books in Spanish. I'll check out those. So that is 3 prompts so far. 1, 2, 3 prompts thus far. Let's go for number 4. Nonfiction. Not, I don't have anything against reading nonfiction. I just am kind of, my brain's dying right now, and I need something that's not a tome is more the issue. Like the nonfiction books I own are tomes. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this one. We're gonna get a different prompt. Because I am reading nonfiction. And I'm doing a lot of research these days, but like I need something cool from like that my brain can read. Based on a true story. Ooh. Ooh. I know what would fit that. Okay. Easy decision. Minor detail is gonna be, oh god. based on a true story. Minor detail. Actually don't think I own much of anything like that. Ooh, I have an idea. I have one. I have one. I'm going to choose as my secondary. They called us enemy. Good shit, good shit, good shit. Next. Yeah, we might finish the full TBR here in the stream. We're at 4. And we are... How far into the stream are we? $30 minutes? We might finish. We might get the whole TBR up. Already picked one with my eyes closed. Historical fiction. I'm gonna skip this. Because my 2 based on true stories were very historical fiction-y. We're gonna... Poetry. I was actually highly disappointed by the last poetry book I read, which is why I'm not super excited by this. We are going to go content warning everything. Do I own another poetry book that's not by the one author that disappointed me? I have one that I started a while ago that I haven't actually finished that I probably should finish. Let me find it. Pierced by Horn is what it's called. And this is self-pub. Can I help you? Actually, I didn't check. The other reason I didn't check was because I'm fairly certain I checked a lot of these before leaving them in my thing, but honestly, I might. How long is it? I might restart it. I might restart it. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. That was up next. One word title. Okay, let's see. This might actually be a little difficult. I'm thinking Starseer. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not brain. I'm thinking Starseer is going to be what I go for, but or at least one of them. But I'm going to need at least a second. Almost started singing Elmo's World. I tend to sing Elmo's World quite a lot. Maybe. One word titles, you say? Okay, so the other thing I was thinking of is not a one-word title. It was a two-word title. So I think Starseer is going to be my first pick. Fucking the. Of course I had to start with the. Got things that start with the. Oh, Lord. Books I've already read that have a one-word title. Sure. Let's do Starseer. And I don't know if it's in here, so we're just gonna. Okay, so now there's self-published books. I don't need to look that up. Publishes you? You're not. You're international, so I would assume it's not by Wednesday Books. Yeah. Images. this one. We are going to do Quest Septimus Heap. That's the next Septimus Heap book. I haven't picked that series up in a hot minute, so could be fun. Could be fun. Okay, 6 down. 4 more to go. I changed it right. Okay. Retellings. I definitely passed several of those. Two come to mind. Two come to mind. God damn it, this song is stuck in my head. Honestly, a solid number come to mind. What is this one? Let me see if this one is. I'll do this one. We're gonna do a Blade So Black. This seems as if it was also self-published. I just don't own it, but I do know this is at my library, or on the like Libby app of my library. So we're gonna do a Blade So Black, and it's retelling. And then the other one is Mike's on right, because I definitely didn't check. The other one we're gonna do is Unwieldy Creatures. This is a Frankenstein retelling. And I have been wanting, again, another book I've been wanting to check out. This is also one that I don't own, so that is a consideration. But yeah. Next, seasonal. It suits the season I'm currently in. We are currently in spring. Now we're gonna look at my 5-star backdrop. Do I have anything in here that I would say is a very springy book? A good book. Is it queer? Maybe I can put it maybe I can put it in my queer books because this sounds so fun. We're gonna keep this in mind. We're gonna keep this in mind. We're gonna keep that one in mind. But that is not, it's not a spring book. Um, Hello, our cat. Everybody want to say hi to my cat. This is Chestnut. Hello, Papa. Oh, this is not comfortable for him. We're gonna put him back down. He's here. He's getting cuddles. He's been bullying. We have some other cats staying with us right now, and he's been bullying one of them, which is rude, sir. Now he's purring and he's cool. He's chill. What's this one? What about that one? Yeah, the publisher, just to be sure. We want to double check the publisher, then we're gonna read the description. Okay, this is gonna be a placeholder, but there are flowers on the thing. They're tending to a garden. I feel like she's a haunting fate. That feels springy, like spring spooks. It's fine. Actually, this might be my second one. This is hard. Okay, this one's hard, but this might be. This is in spring. Everyone's thinking it. Everyone's thinking it. This is happening spring. It's in February, but like that's spring. That is the season. I'm counting it. I'm counting it. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. It's happening. We're doing it. Everyone's thinking it. She is a haunting. Let's go. Next prompt. Orange on the cover is what you say. That's going to be easy. Like so many of the ones I've already got on here fit that. Everyone's thinking it. Godzilla Strikes Again. They call this enemy the deluxe edition. Everfair. So many things. But we do want to use this as a chance to investigate some new of our books. To like reinvestigate some of our books. Reintroduce ourselves to books that might have gotten lost in the sauce here. Here's this one. I believe it's self-published, but we're just gonna check. Like, I'm fairly certain I found it because someone was like posting to support indie fantasies. Never mind, it is not self-published. This is actually one I was gonna try and sneak onto a different somewhere else on the TBR. Ooh. Okay, so this is Glitter and Kindling, which is already on here. I already have this image on here, so let's delete this. We wasted our time. Move to trash. Glitter and Kindling. And this is the one. This is the one I was keeping in mind. We did it. We got there. Bad Witch Burning on the TBR. And for our final prompt, we are going to look for a book. Low star prediction. I don't want to do that. Get another prompt. Give me a different one. An author I've never read. That's easy. Yeah, it's gonna be so easy. Oh, don't know what that was. Most of these are authors I've never read. Matter of fact, let's go through and count of the books we've already got. What books we can even, because I haven't read any of these 3 authors here. So 3, 4, 5 for Everfair and Nosferatu, 6, 7 for Minor Detail, They Called Us Enemy, A Blade So Black, Unwieldy Creatures, 8, 9. Easier authors that I have read here. Technically, She Is a Haunting. I read from their in, like I said, Night of the Living Queers. Pierced by Horn, I've technically started that book. Bad Witch Burning, I've adored Monstrous. And Quest, that was a book series I read growing up as a kid. Everything else I've never read these authors. But we're gonna look for a couple more. That I haven't read from the authors before. How many of these are indie? Let's look at how many of these are indie as well as how many I own. These 4 I do not own, and none of those are indie. Let's start with what I own. These top 4 I don't own. Actually, none of these top I own. We're gonna have to focus on things that I own. I don't own She's a Haunting. I halfway own Everyone's Thinking It. I have the audiobook, but I need to blend and read, so I need to check out the ebook. I have Godzilla Rides Again, Tell Me How It Ends, Pierced by Horn, Quest, House of Badui, House of Badui, Ava and Carol, Starseer, Glitter and Kindling. Okay, so it's not as bad. It's not that bad. How many are the like distribution between things I own, things I don't? We might do one of each. Indies though. Blade So Black, Pierced by Horn, Tell Me How It Ends, House of Badui, I believe Ava and Carol, Starseer, Glitter and Kindling. So I've got about 7 of 8, 16. So let's do 2 indie books by authors I've not read before. It's like, oh, Whispers of Shadow and Starlight. Nope, I'm a super fan of Tia Hernandez, so that's not gonna work. There's a queer though. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to, because I'm gonna do Gimmicks and Glamour, and I think we're gonna do Siren's Call too. And I am also just going to go through and put a star by all the Black queer books. So that way I know come June TBR. So let me grab like a little, what's cute. What's a cute little, well, that's not what I want. I wanted elements. I don't like it. I kind of like it. I don't love it though. I'm just gonna save this. Don't judge me. I'm obsessed with this like computer interface aesthetic. I really am. Um, queer. So it's gonna be a Blades of Black, Gimmicks and Glamour, Content Warning, Everything. You know what? I actually don't know about the rest of these. Let me look. Yes. Oh. I was thinking it. Actually, let me change this like really like purple to chicken. Okay. Is Bad Witch Burning? Far as I know, I can't tell if Bad Witch Burning is. God. Oh yeah. I don't. I don't know if glittering kindling is. Everfair. I can't tell if Everfair is. I'm not gonna go too deep into a rabbit hole here. I don't need. Getting up on the table? No, you're not supposed to be over there. Don't sit on my keyboard. Don't step on my keyboard. No, no, no. No, no, no. You're so big. You're such a big boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna stress too much about whether or not these are queer books. We're just gonna set a section aside that for more books that we know are queer, and we'll get to these for other reasons. Like if it's like happens to be a book that also does feature like black queerness that is written by black queer authors, stuff like that, we'll just it's always a cookout. It's literally always gonna be a cookout with me. But we'll just read it for another reason. If we do not know if it's queer or not, I'm fine with that. No, we anticipated. This is just gonna be a just overwhelming list of things. Just making sure I did not throw Battle Drum. Throwing that there. What else is already over here that I... Oh yeah, Queen of the Banished, of course. 1000% beyond a yes. Don't know if With the Fire on High is... We'll add With the Fire on High, then, you know, indie books. We'll check out With the Fire on High, and that'll be the last traditionally published book I'll look at. I guess I can check what publisher these are all from. I guess that's part of things we're doing right now. No idea. Sure, we'll move along. So that is not going to be on there. It's the publisher. Cool. The Battle Drum. I believe all of Sarah Rifi's work is before Del Rey. I was wrong. Aggressively wrong. But these all work. These three work. Now, to look in my library for black queer stories. For the fucking life of me, I always think of this one, but I have no idea. Queer book. Like literally the first thing I think of when I'm like, oh my god, black indie books that I haven't read yet. This is the thing that comes to mind. Oh, but then I never remember. It is. Yes. Okay. I just never remember if it's queer or not, but it is. So we're gonna add that in here in the House of Transcendence by Amanda Weaver. I can't express to you how many times I've scrolled past that. I'm like, oh, it's a black book. Is it queer though? I think it'd be fine to add. Because this is just general. This is general list making. I think it'd be fine to add like just a bunch of things on here, and whatever we get to in June, we get to in June. But this is another one. This came out recently. I know one library has access to this book. What's your name? Do I not have this book saved somewhere? Ugh, rude. I don't know what they use a pen name. I don't know what the pen name and the name of the book is Splinter. So I'm not getting anything. Like this author has 3 different pin names and I don't know which one it's on, and I can't figure out what the book is called. Woo! Okay. Social media. Maybe I can find their social media. There it is. I just realized I accidentally erased pet, which is not what we wanted to do. Okay. That was a whole ass thing. Pen names, man. I get the purpose of them, but like for the sake of finding a book, it's frustrating. Oh, this is a short one. Cinderella. I'll put like a 10 here. Just cause. Just for funsies. We'll throw 10 books on the thing. Knowing full how well we're not going to finish all of them. We're struggling to find. It's genuinely like I don't want to like open every single book I own to see if like the description says something about being queer. But you know, at the moment where I just don't know which ones are queer or not. I don't trust Jenna Kent right now, so we're gonna skip that book. Let me check here. Not an indie book, but yeah, Dead Girls. Wait, is it already over here? Because it could be. I don't think so. Girls. Um. We'll do one more book. Just because I know The Skirt Between Stars is one I was interested in reading. Another horror, but again, I'm hoping it won't be as painful with a book that I am actually like already preemptively excited for, you know? You get me. This will be my last one to add to the TBR. But yeah, so this is going to be our TBR. I'll go over it on stream after I do all my quarterly stuff. But we've got, this took how long to get together? Did not want to do 45 minutes isn't, oh, hour 15. We're over an hour. Yeah, didn't want to do this whole thing on stream, but I thought it'd be fun to like sit down and figure out what the TBR is gonna be. Again, we're continuing some books, but we've got a good selection of things that I can just look to pick out and read, you know? I dig the selection. I think House of Butterweed might actually be one of the ones I go to first. This is why we want to do this. We wanted to take some time and re-look at the books that I own in like different lights, I guess. That's kind of what I like mentally explaining. Feel like the prompts do is like it gives me a new perspective to look at the book with, to hopefully reignite my desire to read them, and that's what's going on. And we have a ton of things. We have a ton of options, a ton of things to check out. And this last one's just, oh, don't do that. This last one's just like June. Queer. It's gonna be great. But that is all for me. Yeah, that's all for me at the moment. Thank you so much for hanging out. I've got chores to do, so I gotta go. But until next time, saludations, friends.